The night opens its palm, offering a road that remembers my name. Fog gathers low, listening, as if the earth expects a confession. I drive onward, carrying hours that once belonged to someone else. Loneliness settles beside me, quiet, familiar, almost kind tonight. Each mile hums with echoes of laughter I misplaced long ago. Pine needles whisper under unseen weight, keeping time with my breath. I recall a season when change felt like a promise, not a loss. The wind shifts suddenly, warmer, scented with rain and old leaves. That is when I feel her again, close as shared silence. She arrives without footsteps, bending moonlight toward gentler shapes. The dark softens, shadows easing their hold on the roadside stones. Memory stirs, glowing faintly like embers hidden beneath ash. Her presence gathers the fragments I abandoned to distance and fear. Trees lean inward, curious, as though they recognize her grace. I sense she is made of moments, stitched from forgotten kindness. The road seems shorter now, listening instead of demanding endurance. I remember who I was before leaving became easier than staying. Owls watch from branches, eyes bright with ancient patience. She offers no direction, only warmth that steadies my hands. Time loosens, allowing grief to rest without sharp edges. I understand then that magic can be simple companionship. Even silence can heal when it is shared. The fog thins, revealing a horizon softened by early color. She fades with the stars, leaving courage where doubt once slept. I continue alone again, yet fuller, carrying dawn inside me. The desert wakes with a stare, wide and patient, as the road thins. We are two voices sharing one night, trusting distance to behave. Sunlight drains away, leaving copper dust floating in cooling air. Our tires sing softly, a tired hymn across the endless ground. An empty station appears, lights humming like insects without bodies. Wind nudges broken signs, asking questions no one answers anymore. We feel fatigue settle in our shoulders, heavy as borrowed time. Fuel runs low, hope running quieter, measured by glowing marks. We laugh to keep awake, pretending unease is only thirst. The map's calm voice insists we are exactly where we belong, yet the stars above seem rearranged, unfamiliar in their watching. Sand shifts along the shoulder, tracing paths that vanish behind us. The station fades back into darkness, as if it never waited. Night thickens, carrying a silence that presses against our chests. My friend grips the wheel tighter, knuckles pale under moonlight. Trust feels easier than doubt when choices narrow to forward motion. Still, the road bends oddly, like a thought half remembered. I sense the land listening, counting us, learning our names. Later, we will whisper this truth with shaking certainty. This road was never meant to be found on any map. The screen flickers faintly, its guidance thinning into nervous silence. A hollow tone sounds once, then leaves us alone with wind. The desert exhales harder now, pushing sand against unseen edges. Headlights stretch forward, trembling across heat-cracked pavement. That is when we see someone standing far ahead, too still for the wind, too solid for a trick. A lone figure where no shelter exists, watching without gesture. Distance refuses to close around them, no matter how fast our speed. The night seems to hold its breath, waiting for choice. My friend slows slightly, doubt heavy between us. The figure does not wave, does not step aside. I feel the land lean closer, listening for our decision. Would you ease the car toward the unknown shape ahead, or keep driving onward? The engine coughs once, then falls into an uneasy quiet. Headlights weaken, shrinking the world to trembling yellow pools. Darkness presses closer, heavy as something leaning in to listen. We lock the doors, metal clicking louder than it should. The desert holds still, as if waiting for permission. Wind drags grit along the road, tracing slow circles. Then footsteps arrive, soft, irregular, never quite approaching straight. They crunch lightly, stopping, starting, learning our fear. Shadows stretch where bodies should be, bending wrong against the ground. No signal answers our calls, only the dry breath of night. The figures drift nearer, never rushing, never retreating. I cannot tell how many there are, only that they multiply. They stand just beyond the headlights, where shapes lose honesty. The car feels smaller, like a memory closing in. Somewhere outside, gravel shifts again, patient, deliberate. Whatever surrounds us understands waiting better than we do. A long shadow slides across the headlights, stretching wider than any body should. The beam flickers, as if something heavy passes through light itself. One door handle turns slowly, careful, testing how much we fear. My breath grows loud inside my chest, no longer mine alone. A sharp impact rings out, metal answering with a hollow cry. The night rushes inward, swallowing sound, thought, and shape. And then everything goes black, sudden and complete. Morning arrives gently, as if nothing strange ever happened here. The car rests alone beneath pale sky, dust settling like forgiveness. Both doors hang open, frozen mid-decision, welcoming empty air. Clothes, maps, and quiet belongings remain exactly where they were left. No tracks circle the vehicle, no marks explain the leaving. Days later, the desert offers only silence in return. They say the friends were never found, only remembered. Sometimes the road keeps what it is given. What do you think happened out there, where the desert was watching? Story 2. The Last Rest Stop. Rain stitches silver lines across the highway, blurring distance and intention. I drive alone, eyelids heavy, thoughts drifting like waterlogged leaves. Hours have softened my sense of time into something unreliable. A rest stop emerges, lights flickering as though unsure of themselves. I pull in slowly, gravel whispering beneath tired wheels. Rain drums steadily, patient, like it knows I will stop. The fluorescent buzz feels too loud in the empty space. No other cars breathe nearby, no voices linger in the dark. I step out, cold air pressing close, familiar yet unwelcome. Exhaustion settles deep, heavier than the damp coat on my shoulders. This place feels paused, waiting for someone to remember it. The restroom echoes hollow, tiles cold beneath humming lights. Water drips steadily, counting seconds I no longer trust. One stall door waits ajar, swaying slightly without a breeze. My footsteps return to me late, stretched, belonging to someone else. Then a whisper slips through the air, careful, familiar. It speaks my name softly, like memory testing its voice. The room stands empty, offering no source, no apology. I back away slowly, mirrors lining the corridor like witnesses. Reflections shift a moment too late, copying movements I have not made. A shadow crosses the glass, bending where my body stays still. Low murmurs gather, layered, patient, brushing the edges of hearing. My heartbeat answers them, slow at first, then louder. Outside, rain has rearranged the ground around my car. Footprints circle it calmly, stopping close to each door. I reach for the handle, finding it unyielding, sealed tight. The whispers follow, closer now, almost encouraging. Would you stay here and call for help, or run into the rain? The music lowers, leaving a hum like distant wires in wind. If these stories unsettled you, that feeling has company tonight. Some roads remember who hesitated, who listened, who stayed. If you would never stop on a dark road again, show it gently, like the video, a quiet signal sent into the dark. Subscribe, because some stories wait patiently to be told.
Next time, we follow the sound of a late knock, real disappearances, answered doors, and nights that never truly ended.